Hey everyone, welcome to another edition of my live tea tasting. I've got an exciting blend for you guys today, so without further ado, I'm just going to go ahead and jump right in. Hey, Dark Phoenix, welcome. Oh, and you subscribed on, oh, that's your 12-month subscription. Thank you for the Twitch subscription, I appreciate that. So, that was a surprising start to today's stream, but I have an exciting blend for you guys today, and this is the last Friday in October. Hey Jen, welcome! We have a really nice smelling blend this time around. It's called Darkest Night from Black Forge Coffee, and this is going to be the last in my Halloween series. This is the, second to last blend that I picked up from the Oddities and Curiosities Expo, and it's just gonna be incredible. So yeah, I'm glad you can make it. Again, bring the energy. Hey Snea, welcome. So tonight's blend already smells really, really nice. It's a blend of, hey Ma, welcome. It's a blend of rooibos, cinnamon, rose petals, and vanilla. And this is going to be super sweet because rooibos is naturally sweet. However, it is also not caffeinated. So you guys already know that this isn't going to keep you up. This is an all-day kind of tea for the caffeine sensitive, or if you're like me, it's not going to hit you at all. So without further ado, let's check it out. You can tell it's a really dark red, kind of bronzish, which is a little bit strange because usually with the blends that are in here, rooibos is naturally red, and it has rose petals, which you would imagine would lighten the red to a more orangey kind of connotation to it. But this one is pretty dark red. You can barely see through it. It's pretty clear on my end. Like I can see the phone and the camera and all that, my computer monitor all through here. But I guess it's a camera thing. Maybe it's the reflection that makes it hard to see. But this is a surprisingly dark but still a beautiful, nice wine kind of red. Oh man, it smells so sweet. This smells like fall. You know, you have like the cinnamon and the floral. The rose isn't too strong, which is going to be great because it's not going to affect the flavor of it. What I'm expecting to taste is going to be the cinnamon because that's the biggest portion of the scent, and the rooibos. What was this? Oh wow, it looks like berry jelly syrup before it goes into the fridge. Yeah, basically, it's very much, and that's why I'm surprised. You know, it's a very much a dark red. I wasn't expecting this when I hey Pops, welcome. It wasn't exactly the color I was expecting, but it looks incredible. So I'm gonna go ahead and take my first sip, and we'll see how it goes. Oh wow, that is good. That's interesting. I had the content of the rose is actually stronger than I thought it would be. I thought that, you know, I'd get like the cinnamon and the vanilla first and foremost because that's like the main content of what I'm smelling. But like the rose is considerably strong. Not overpoweringly, but it's more noticeable than I thought it would be. And it's very soft. It's very soft. There's a light texture to it, and that's besides the grainy texture that usually comes with rooibos. But there's like a certain silky softness to it. I'm assuming that's coming from the rose. And I think, like, what I'm getting is a little bit of a citrus kind of flavor to it. There is no citrus in this blend, but the rose with the cinnamon is giving it kind of like a spiciness to it that you would get normally from from like an orange or a peach, maybe even an apricot. You know, it's noticeable, but it's not super strong. What also I am finding interesting, if you take a look at the blend itself, everything is like very small and grainy. Whoa, that was not good. Clean up on aisle 5. That sucks. Yeah, Butterfingers. I made a mess. Anyway, if you notice, I'm gonna have to replay to see what exactly happened there. But yeah, so if you notice, there's not a whole lot of big leaf in that. But if you take a look at the blend, and you can see, yes, people, this is this is usual. I am a little bit of a klutz, for those who already know. But if you'll notice, a lot of it, there's very little change, except for the rose petals. The rose petals got a lot bigger. There's a considerable difference between what was in there and what was in here. Like, there's very little. Let me see if I can find. Oh yeah, this makes it a whole lot easier now that I spilled everything. I can pick apart. So you can see there's a huge difference between this leaf, the infused leaf, and the uninfused leaf, which is like, it's a big chunk, but not huge, you know? And if you'll notice, there's a huge difference in the color too. The color is a lot more pale than you would use. Welcome, Nicole, welcome. The color is a lot more pale, and that's because the flavor is in the color, and the color got washed off into the tea. That's probably contributing to the redness of it. I just didn't expect it to be that red. I hope I didn't get any, like, oh yeah, I totally got some some of the tea in there. Honestly, this is the first time I dropped my tea at all. You know, first time for everything, you're welcome. After 150 something streams. Oh well. Oh, that is so good. And I'm still getting that noticeable citrus in there. And what's interesting is that with the rooibos texture and taste in there, I'm also getting it tastes kind of like a cereal, you know, like a Fruit Loops or Fruity Pebbles, that kind of a thing. And it's really surprising because I was not expecting anything that sweet. Then again, I mean, like with the vanilla in it and the natural sweetness of the rooibos, I shouldn't be that surprised. It's overtly sweet. I don't put any sugar or anything in my tea, just because I want to give you guys an accurate account of what I'm tasting. But yeah, there's little tea particles in there. Probably, yeah, there's a little bit of it floating around. It's not gonna kill me. Oh well. I'm really loving this. Normally I love making iced teas out of rooibos because of its natural sweetness. It's really easy to, and it doesn't oversteep very easily. So normally this would be like my go-to for an iced tea. It tastes really good hot though, but I'm imagining cooling it off and drinking it as is. Oh, absolutely. And there's like a layer of vanilla in there that just kind of like smooths everything out. I'm thoroughly surprised. This is, I mean, not thoroughly surprised, but this is like very satisfying. Mm. Oof, okay. So I'm going to talk a little bit about the health benefits because rooibos has some pretty interesting health benefits that have been written. Like again, as I always say, I'm not a doctor, so this is not medical advice, but um, it does have anti-inflammatory properties. It's said to have. I gotta watch my language there. It's said to have anti-inflammatory properties, so it's good for like joint pain, muscle relaxants and stuff like that, but also good for allergies. I've heard that it gets your histamine levels up, or no, down. I don't know which way it's supposed to go. It's supposed to like protect you against allergies and like helps your sinuses and stuff. And if you're breaking out, it helps you like reduce your hives and stuff like that. Pretty good. And the same thing with rose. They say that rose tea has similar properties. And it also works as a bit of a relaxant. Anything that's fragrant usually does, where you can just inhale it and just enjoy the perfuminess, I guess, of the blend. And this one on its own is very, very fragrant. It's very sweet, very soft and silky. I'm really loving it. And I love the way. Now I know that some people have texture issues. I always mention that when I talk about rooibos. So I generally don't recommend rooibos for people who have texture issues. But if you don't mind, there's a slight graininess that settles on the tongue and leaves across a what is it called? Like a coating of just certain kind of. Wait, is it coming up? Sorry, I was just checking my my messages because it didn't look like I was getting one. Anyway, as I was saying, it leaves a little coat. I am getting it. Okay, just wanted to make sure. It leaves a little bit of a coat on your tongue, and it's got a soft. It's probably softened by the roses. Because rose also has a silkier texture to it, so as you're drinking it, it smooths out the graininess. So this is going to be a little bit easier to palate if you have texture issues. Rose also heats the body. That's interesting. How so? Because I know that too much rose gives you pimples. I never knew that. I'll have to look into that. I haven't had pimples in a long time, so. I forgot what I was gonna say. About warming the body. I know that certain spices like ginger and cinnamon and stuff like that, when you drink it in heavier doses, it warms you from the core, and then like. Not only is the liquid hot, ginger and turmeric, yeah, absolutely. It warms you from the inside out. So if you're cold, it lasts a lot longer. This is why I always recommend chais during the winter. But also there is a school of thought which I can understand why it works that way. But for people who drink chai all year round, especially in the summer where it's already hot, you drink enough of it and you start to sweat. And the sweat kind of cools off your body. So it's like kind of a long way around to get the same effect. But I mean, I prefer just drinking an iced tea or something that's less spicy if I'm gonna drink outside. Of course, I drink chais all year round. Just because I'm a spice fiend. So I say go for it. If you're like me, you love spicy things, go for it. And I love how it's maintaining its flavor all the way through. Generally, when you have an herbal blend like this, without Camellia sinensis in it, it maintains the flavor pretty well. You get your start off flavor when it's really hot, but as the water cools off, your tongue is going to taste more. So whatever you're tasting now is just going to slightly intensify as it cools. Oh, got some tea in my eye. One of those tiny little rooibos flakes. They just like, whoop, right in there. But I forgot what I was saying. Like, old man brain is leaking again. But in any case, I just like, what was I? That's gonna be bothering me now. Like, oh yeah, the spice. So if you like spice all year around, I definitely recommend drinking these kinds of spices. This one isn't too spicy. It's more on the mild end, because the only spice in here that's really prevalent is the cinnamon, and you can put cinnamon on pretty much anything. So yeah, let me just check it's just rooibos, cinnamon, petals, and vanilla. Sorry, rose petals, and I mean, like, this is pretty mild for what teas could be. I've had teas that make me, like, they water your eye, and those are my favorites because it's like nice and spicy. It really has that kick that I get a kick out of, pun intended. I know that was terrible. I'm in my 40s. I can make dad jokes anytime I want. It's my license. Anyway. Little, I'm starting to get a little bit of drainage, and that's a good thing because usually when I drink, make a dad joke. I just made a dad joke now. Always put me on the spot when I don't have my book with me. Okay, what dad joke? I don't know any dad jokes off the top of my head. And anyway, I can't do it. The one that I just made will be the one for that. Doggone it. What's a dad joke? You know what a dad joke is. It's a pun. It's a play on words. But anyway, okay. What I tell you, I tell you all the time. Anyway, I don't want to get too distracted now. What was I talking about? Oh yeah, the spiciness. Like, this is a very, very mild spice. If you're looking for something that's got a real strong kick to it, I always recommend something like masala chai. That usually has like not turmeric. What is that? The cardamom, ginger, red peppercorn it's optional. But I highly recommend it if you're looking for that spice. I think there's only like 4 different. It's the black tea, cardamom, ginger, peppercorn. I want to say, because the chais that I drink personally have black peppercorn in it, but red peppercorn is also a good additive. Cinnamon is good in a masala chai. I know I'm forgetting one off the top of my head, but you know, old man brain. But also, traditionally, chais are made with milk, and I love a good masala chai made in milk. I haven't had that in a while. Usually I just have my milk tea with plain Assam with a little bit of saffron. It'll hit the spot. Speaking of which, I just reminded myself, next week I would love to have a time set aside to make that butter, what was it, the butterbeer tea? So Miriam, if you're out there, I'm going to call you and let you know when we're doing this, because I know you wanted to give it a shot. So I will set aside some time and I'll make the announcement either Monday or Tuesday if it's not on Tuesday. But I'll work it out. We'll see. Anyway, questions, comments. If you have anything you want to ask, now's the time. I always answer Teresa's question first. What would I pair this up with? Well, given the natural sweetness to this, I wouldn't go with an entree. An entree usually too savory. I mean, there are some entrees that you could put with this, but let's go with dessert because I don't feel like challenging myself today. This would go well because it's got like the vanilla, cinnamon, kind of like a cookie flavoring to it. So I would probably put this with like a chocolate chip cookie or something lighter than that, like an angel food cake, so that it just complements the sweetness. Was this you had a Slovakian friend who was a sound engineer and had check 1, check 2. You're welcome. Thank you. I appreciate that. That was your dad joke. Oh no, but I actually do like that one. Let's see. I would go with like an angel food cake, maybe a coffee cake. Those are pretty good, and like the cinnamon will complement itself really, really well. What else? And I love like the texture of this is kind of on the milky side. Like it's an actual, not just sitting on your tongue, but it kind of like thickens the entire liquid itself. It's not a watery tea, you know? Some teas, as you drink it, it's just flavored water, but it's a bold flavor. It's a strong, you know, I'm just speaking texture-wise. This one adds a little bit of a thickness to it. It's probably from the vanilla, but it's coming out really, really well. See, like it's a rare thing when I'm gonna finish a blend on stream. Usually I have like just a little bit left to finish off, but it looks like I'm gonna finish off this one because like I usually, when I have a really good tea, I stop myself from drinking it too much because I want to talk to you guys. But in this one, like it's a good tea, and I'm kind of lowering my defenses a little bit because, you know, you only live once, right? So I gotta let loose once in a while. And I love the texture of this. It's a thicker flavored tea, and I would love to try this. I would love to try this iced. So maybe in a few days, I'll give it another shot, put some ice in there, I'll be good to go. Whew. So anyway, questions, comments? Now's the time. I'm opening up the floor again. I do have an announcement, but if you have any questions, just throw something at me, and I'll because I'm trying to keep the suspense going. Like you guys, if you've been on my on the community page, you've seen me teasing an event on November 13th at 6 p.m. and yeah, it's been something special, something I've been wanting to try for a long time, but I haven't had the opportunity. I think now, obviously on the 13th, because I'm deadlocked in it, I am going to do something that is kind of a little crazy, but I think you guys will enjoy it. So without further ado, I'm going to make the official announcement that on November 13th at 6 p.m. Central, I am going to be doing the Hot Ones Challenge. So I have this entire box, official, oops. Hope you guys didn't see my address. It's the official page. Actually, if you see my address, I don't care. You don't care where I live. Anyway, it's the official box of the Hot Ones Challenge, and we are going to do it. This is the official season 16 list of, I believe it's 10. Well, of course, you care where I live, but it's 10 hot sauces. And if you've never seen the Hot Ones show before, I suggest going on YouTube and looking it up. It is incredibly entertaining. What they do is they have a one-on-one with a celebrity, and the interviewer asks questions of the celebrity. Oh, I care if you enter. Yeah, I know. I gotta figure out a way to chop it up. Maybe, I don't know. There's probably like an after effect of this thing. But anyway, I forgot what I was saying. The Hot Ones Challenge. So what they do is they ask the celebrity questions, and as the questions go, the sauces get hotter. So I think like the hottest one in here goes a little past 1,000,000 Scoville. And you guys, like I told you, I am a fanatic. And yes, Ma, I am nuts. I am a spice fiend, bit of a hot sauce fiend. So yeah, I am really looking forward to this, testing my mettle. Yes, please save the date, and invite your friends, invite your family. I'm trying to make this a big event, because like I haven't had a big event in a while. So yeah, save the date, share this with your friends. I'm going to officially make the announcement on Facebook. Oh, excuse me. I'm going to make the official Facebook announcement on Monday, so that people know what it is I'm doing. I'm also doing it on Facebook and Twitch. So I would appreciate you guys going more on Twitch, because I want to start promoting that channel more often. So the more people watch, the more the algorithm will spread the word and get word around that this is something that they can watch. So absolutely go ahead and have your conference stuff, but just please remember, this is not about me, this is about the community. So when you put your questions together, don't say, what's your favorite tea? Because one, that's like so... I get that all the time. I want to be surprised. I'm not going to know the questions before they're asked. So that's the stipulation. I can't really edit any of these questions. And then afterwards on Twitch only, I'm going to stay behind and continue answering questions. I'm going to continue eating wings if there's any wings left. If not, I'll probably just like dip my finger in the sauces or something. I don't know, we'll figure something out. But yeah, this is going to be a huge event for me, and I really would love all the participants to come by and you know, like sit down and watch it. It's going to be awesome, and I'm really looking forward to it. Remember, this is the official season 16 Hot Ones with the neon chicken. So you know it's serious when they have a neon chicken. Okay. Well, I'm going to go ahead and wrap things up. Thanks so much for joining me tonight. This has been an incredible blend. I will share the link online. It might take a little bit longer because I have to clean up after myself, after my little spill. But yeah, thank you so much for joining me. I'm going to close out tonight, and I will see you guys next week. Have a great weekend. Bye.